The State Capture Commission of Inquiry will hear evidence relating to the South African Revenue Service and starting with Athol Williams. Williams was a partner for global management consultancy Bain Company, which was tasked with restructuring SARS in 2014. Now, he accuses the company of collapsing the tax agency during the tenure of former Commissioner Tumaole, and he also claims that Bain withheld information during its participation in the Nugent inquiry into tax administration and governance by SARS. Well, for more on this, I'm joined now by our colleague Tumaole Mohlaoli, who is keeping a watch on the State Capture Commission of Inquiry proceedings. Tumaole, very good morning to you. So, round two of Tumaole cross-examining Pravin Gordhan. Take us back to what the first cross-examination was like.
Well, Xoli, the first cross-examination was anything but cordial. It was very confrontational. You had Advocate Dalim Mpofu representing Tumaole, and you could see from his posturing and from his approach and his very taut mannerisms and taut manner towards answers given by Pravin Gordhan that indeed Tumaole had briefed him as much, and he certainly had a bone to pick with Pravin Gordhan, and some of the issues that were coming to the fore, where even Deputy Chief Justice Raymond Zondo had to intervene because the evidence leader in this particular matter was an observer, so someone standing on the sidelines. Where DCJ Raymond Zondo had to intervene was to try and calm down Advocate Dalim Mpofu. Of course, there's a whole political undertone that plays therein. You'd have Advocate Dalim Mpofu, snapping at Pravin Gordhan and saying, "You're wasting time and just answer the question." That kind of thing. Tumaole had asserted that he felt disrespected and belittled by Pravin Gordhan during his tenure at SARS, saying that he felt that Gordhan would address him as a little boy and things like that. And he said that culturally that was one of the worst insults that someone can direct at you, or when someone is dismissing you when you are addressing them. So these are some of the things that are certainly going to be explored further. Why these are important, you might ask. I certainly ask myself that question. It speaks to the issue of a breakdown in relations between Tumaole and his former boss, Pravin Gordhan. And this was at the heart of why this situation happened at SARS, and why Tumaole is fighting to clear his name in the Commission of Inquiry.
As you speak, Tumaole, we have in picture there on a graphic Athol Williams, who is going to be testifying at the State Capture Commission of Inquiry, in particular about the firm Bain Company, which was tasked by SARS to basically try and turn around the institution. Take us back to what Bain Company was supposed to do for SARS.
Well, what Bain Company was supposed to do was to offer consultancy services because SARS was undergoing a process of restructuring, trying to modernize the receiver of revenue and to streamline services and to ensure that there was value add for the taxpayer. By value add, they wanted a more user-friendly interface for their computer and digital platforms, but they also wanted a faster turnaround time. Now, Bain came into the picture and basically assured the receiver that it would be able to manage those systems and do them seamlessly. Now, what had happened is that initially it seemed like it was a good, mutually beneficial relationship, but the receiver then started experiencing massive problems, and Bain was invoicing at the time. Continually. And this is where the problem comes in, because the Commission is now trying to determine whether indeed services were rendered or services of quality, and whether SARS was compromised during that process.
Tumaole, then a very interesting video was leaked. I would say, I'm not sure whether it was within SARS, but it became very public and much reporting around that video. I'm talking about Flock Symington if you'll remember him, who famously said, "I'm being held against my will." He is expected to testify at the commission. I would assume this is the first time that the commission is going to hear from him.
Yes, certainly the first time it's going to hear from him. And what the commission tries to do, because Tom Moyane, in his affidavit and his testimony and evidence before the commission of inquiry, in trying to clear his name, because he feels that Pravin Gordhan, in his submissions, has wrongfully painted him as an agent of state capture. So the next witness will then have to basically cross the T's and dot the I's, so to speak, in the sense that he will have to testify about decisions taken by Moyane in his role at the receiver of revenue. And this will then paint us a broader and a more clearer picture for the commission of whether or not Tom Moyane has a case to answer to, and whether or not the breakdown in relationship is based on his alleged links to the Guptas or to the state capture project. And this is what the evidence will speak to.
All right, Tumaole Mohlaoli, thank you very much for that comprehensive update.